Like I really see Indonesia and the Bali community, and there's a lot of people in Indonesia, a lot of rich families in Indonesia, and these people just forget this.
Just bit quick telling you, we are already recording.
Oh, cool.
So it's like a part of my style.
Yeah.
I never really tell all the guests like, all right, prepare 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Would you say casual?
Yeah. So, man, thank you for the chance. Thank you for the time, and thank you for the beautiful office.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
And yeah, everyone's here with me again, Luke. So this special edition. So like I told you before, we're gonna have an interview with one of the visa student agent, which is True Blue Studies. Here with me. Can you introduce yourself first?
Hey guys, my name is Jules. I've owned True Blue Studies for 2 years, and I came as an international student in 2011, and now I'm Australian. Got my PR and become Australian like a few years back.
So it's kind of a bit like living testimony. So he knows everything about the process, and now he's also making his own company to help you guys if you want to come to Australia for a study. And here are some questions that you already mentioned on the YouTube while we're discussing with cup of coffee. All right, so let's start with the first question, but I think you get the whole point, right?
Yeah.
For example, like how to get visa, how much is the fee, and then is it available after 35 years?
Yeah.
And then I want a cookery class and blah 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 blah. So maybe
I'll just quickly talk about the company and what we do.
Okay.
So people understand. So
True.
True Blue Studies is an education agency, so we help international students, visa holders, and backpackers to come work, live, and study in Australia. So we don't just help you at getting an enrollment and lodging the visa. We're really trying to give you the extra service by helping you on top of these to start your new life in Australia. So my aim when I say True Blue Studies was just to like enroll you, you sign the letter of offer,
and then bye-bye.
And that's it.
No, you want to do more, right?
Exactly. Like last night, we picked up a new arrival at the airport. We got a van for the company. We pick up all our clients from Perth. Yeah, for free. Yeah.
Free pickup at the airport.
At the airport. We've got also some care package. If you come here and you know no one in Australia, and 99% of the client will take them apart if you have family already here. Which we help you to find work, accommodation. The next day we go open your bank accounts, your pension, TFN, ABN. We'll bring you to your first day of school, and we just really guide you and help you for the first 1, 2, and 3 months to start your life in Australia. And usually after 3 months, you got your mates, you got your job, you know how it works. And the only time we'll catch up together is like if we do a student catch up, or you just want to come to the office for coffee or for lunch. But we really pride ourselves into this extra service to help you and to help people start their new life in Australia.
Because I never heard anything like this before, to be honest. Because free pickup at the airport, and then now you're telling me you guys helping people to set up bank account and then TFN or maybe ABN, even like finding jobs, finding accommodation. But all this process, is it prior coming to Australia, or for of course like ABN, TFN, it has to be in Australia. But for like finding jobs or accommodation, maybe you want to know a bit more?
Look, depends. Like let's say for accommodation, I got a family coming, dad, mum, and 3 daughters that they're coming here next week. Before they arrive in Perth, they already signed the lease for their apartments in the middle of the city. Okay, so we find them accommodation before they arrive. Obviously, it's not, we cannot do this all the time. It's
case by case.
Case by case, but we do help big time. And like 50% of the job is done before, which is like making sure you choose the right course and the right schools, and we are applying for the visa and we're getting the visa granted. And once all this is done, that's when the other 50%, which, all the finding work, accommodation.
Got it.
Well, like if you come on your own, we're usually gonna put you into an Airbnb or into a share house for the first months, and then we can look at, do you like the share house or do you want to rent your own place? If you come with your family, we'll just ask you to rent an Airbnb for a good 4 weeks. So at least your partner and the kids can be safe at home for 4 weeks while you're just like hunting for houses and long-term accommodation.
True. Okay. Like a priority, the step by step. Okay, the first thing, visa first. If you grant it, then we can discuss more.
That's it.
Got it.
And in terms of visa applicants, so we take anyone. Obviously, we all know that sometimes the government can make a decision to grant a visa irrationally. Sometimes we have really strong case, and the government will just be denying this visa application. Doesn't happen to us a lot. Why? Because we make sure that if someone come to us, we make sure they have a strong chance to get the visa approved. So we don't just do it to get the fees. Okay, we just we look at them and we could tell you, look, we really think you're high risk. we don't recommend you to apply, or if you want to apply, you should combine your English course with a higher education degrees. If you cannot afford, if the person doesn't want to do the higher education degrees, we rather tell you, no, look, we don't want to do it, than wasting your time and your money. So
that's good because I heard few cases. It's not often, for the record, it's pretty rare, but that's what you don't want it. You become the rare case where the visa rejected, right? And this is not what True Blue studies. They telling you the truth. They're trying to make sure, like, look guys, like what Jules explained, this and this, so your chance, let's say less than 50%, maybe consider again.
Like, and from anyone coming with us or another education agency, and even immigration agents, it's better of them being transparent and telling you about potential refusal of visa than someone start telling you, oh, 100% chances, don't worry, I get it sorted, because that's not the reality. We all know that there are chances of visa refusals, and when you come from countries that have less opportunities in terms of employment than Australia, the Australian government obviously understand that there are you potentially come to Australia to stay here permanently. So I think it's really important, like whoever you talk to for you to come and study, or even to immigration agents, if it sounds too good to be true, sometimes it's too good to be true. So just be careful. It's always better to go with someone that just talks about the downside more than the good sides.
True. That's also one of the big reasons why I want to do this collaboration with you, because like off the record, when I first met Jules like 2 years ago, when he hasn't started his company yet, I saw your passion. So when you want to help, and then like, inner circle, when all these backpackers keep spreading words, oh, this guy's good, contact him. And then I met him, long short story, and then he explained me everything. And then 2 years after, like, he got this beautiful, massive office in the middle of city. This is living proof where this is a quality. All right. It's like, you want to explain more about the True Blue studies, or want to go?
Oh no, I think that's all. Like, people. One more thing is we in the middle of the city at the front of the Apple store, so we easily reachable for any of our students that are here in Perth. So you got any issues, you're on your own in Perth, you walk into the office at any time. And I live in the middle of the city. The whole team are really involved in the community. So
I'll put the address on the screen where you want to know more, and then of course the social media, Facebook and Instagram. All right. So what is the max age, let's say, because that's maybe everyone's concern. Oh, I want to do this, do that, but I'm 50 or I'm 45.
So that's really a bit of a hard question. The latest, like maybe a month ago, we got a visa approval for a guy, student visa approval, 55 years old.
55. 55.
French guy that wanted to learn English, because then after he wants to go and travel around Southeast Asia. So basically, yes, he got his visa approval. So there is no age limit for student visa. As long as you can prove that you're a genuine student, that you need this to study. So let's say you're 50 years old, you've been doing a lot of charity work in your home country, and you want to learn English to be able to go and do charity work in other part of the world. You need English to communicate. Hence, this is a good, genuine reason why you want to come to Australia to take an English intensive course to then, go and pursue your goal. So it's all about proving how genuine you are as an international student to come and study in Australia. So you're coming here for the quality education. You're not coming here to then gain access to another permanent residency behind. It's purely for the quality educations.
So maybe that also could answer a few part of the question number one. What all the preps needs to be considered and to be done to get the visa, because you said genuine reason. I think a lot of people really underrated this factor, right? Because reasons, you just make it up.
No, look, and that's why for us, when you come and approach us, when the potential student come and approach us, we really take the time to sit down. We ask you for your resume. We take a full video call asking you about your work experience, qualifications, family, your ties to your home country. So does your family have a business? Do you have a business? Are you currently employed? Can you get a letter from your current employers giving you the right to take a year off, sabbatical, to then return to work? So we're looking at your whole case to see, what and how we're going to explain to the government of immigration when lodging your student visa application why you're a genuine student. And if we see that it's lacking quality informations, which will help the government understand you're a genuine student, we will tell you no, we can't.
So that's already bold statement. So the quality, the genuinity of the reason, the purpose, because it will all connect it somehow, right? for example, like the letter of statement, why you want to come to Australia, and then your track record, let's say, what's your background, what's your dad's status, everything, right? It's gonna be checked, right?
We, to be fair, like if someone applied from Indonesia, we'll have a GT statement. We'll get enough information asking from them to write a GT statement of 10 page.
Sorry, what is GT?
Sorry, a GT is called genuine temporary entrance. So it's a criteria that you need to meet for the government to approve your visa. So we call this a GT letter, which is a sort of motivation letter or SOP, statement of purpose letter.
And this is a very key point.
For me, I do think that when the government, the immigration officer open the visa application, the first thing he looks at, I think, I'm not sure, but I think, is this letter. If he or she reads this letter and they are happy with the reason why you want to study in Australia,
got it.
Then they look at all the 26 page of your student visa application to make sure you've put all the good paperwork. But it's just ticking boxes. The letter is the most important things. It's explaining why you want to study in Australia.
Okay.
So this is, and that's why it's really important at the beginning for us to have a chat with you. To maybe translate some documents, some education certificate, to understand basically your past, and you by you telling us like what you want to achieve in life, then we can make like a pathway, and we can explain to the government what you've done today and what you've achieved, and studying in Australia can help you to attain your goal. Okay.
True. That's the reason why, I mean, this is not an easy task, and the visa agent can do it for me and blah blah blah, just giving the information and then that's it. No, right? So the student itself, you guys have to do the big part, because you guys just helping you to come to Australia. The big factor is actually back again with you guys. Like you must make it easy for both parties. So I think that's my common sense. Like,
look, we help them toward the whole process. It's not like we ask them for a bunch of documents on your own. For us, we work with you. Like you're here and you can ask us questions 24/7, and we always reply, being on Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay.
We make the whole. We've got some forms on the website where you can type to put all your answers. So we make it really easy. But what I mean is, anyone wanting to, come and study in Australia, they need to be ready. It's not easy. It's not just passport, a bit of money, and all this. For us at True Blue Studies, we do the job properly, and to do the job properly, to have a good outcome, we need to be fed with good information.
True. True. Got it. So you told me already about the age and then the preps. So this is more like also technical about the process of the fee, like how much, and then to get the visa. So for example, in my own personal opinion, when I want to know about student visa, I didn't know that it's all a lot of add-ons. For example, the visa itself, these $1,000s, let's say, and then the amount of the school fee, and then what is it called? Insurance, and then what else? Blah 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 blah. Extra, and then.
So you see, like it seems to be really confusing, but once you've talked to us and we know what you want, we've give you a quote, everything will be so much clear. And I'll give you an example of someone wanting to come and study cookery, 2 years cookery course.
Good. Okay? Because one of the questions is also cookery.
Perfect. So if you want to come and study cookery, it will be a Certificate 3, Certificate 4, and a diploma in cookery. Let's say we got an education provider here. It's called Stanley. It's really good. The kitchen and the practice room is in Northbridge. Really good location. Stanley College, Perth.
So before you getting more, what is the recommended cookery class for you to tell people here?
Usually people come for a 2 years cookery class.
2 years, okay.
And these 2 years at Stanley, per example, will be a Certificate 3.
So 3.
Certificate 4 and a diploma. And that's a combined package of 2 years courses. Okay?
Until diploma? Okay, got
including the diploma.
So
if you wanted to study that from overseas, you would do a few things. You need to pay a deposit for the schools, which is deducted to the total tuition fee. Okay. So let's say the total course for the 2 years is 20,000 AUD.
20,000. Okay.
The school might ask you to pay the first 6 months, so 5,000 AUD upfront. So you pay upfront 5,000 AUD, which is deducted. So you already paid upfront the first 6 months. Okay. Then you need to pay your government fees, which is $650.
That's for the visa, right?
The visa fee.
650.
Okay. Which it will go up at the 1st of July, but by $100 or $50. But anyway, $650 visa fee. The insurance for 2 years, roughly, and you need to pay it upfront. Why? Because when you lodge a student visa application, the government wants you to be insured for the entire duration of your visa. So that's the student insurance visa fee. The student insurance fee is $1,300.
Something like that.
Okay. So that's the three main costs to lodge a student visa application. So 5,000 plus 1,003, that's 6,300 plus 650. So let's say 5, 6, 7,000 AUD.
Yeah,
so
like
7,000 AUD, and I'm saying it's a ballpark. It may be a bit less than this. So usually to lodge a student visa, it will cost you roughly 5,000 AUD. I took the example as $5,000 for the school deposit, but it could be only 3. It depends on the schools.
Yeah, got it.
Note that the more you pay upfront, the more it shows the government you're a genuine student. You come here to study.
That's tricky, yeah.
If your family or you have enough saving to pay your first year upfront, that shows the government that you're a genuine student. You're paying even more than what they know the minimum is like usually 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
But if you pay a year, they will know that you've paid extra. So this can help. So for me, I always advise people to pay a bit more if they can.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So here we go. We've lodged the visa. Yeah. We paid the deposit for the schools. We bought the insurance and we got the government visa fee.
Yeah.
Between $5,000 to $7,000. But then, you need to make sure you've got your flight tickets. You need to have some cash when you come here. To make sure that you start your life, because you're not gonna find a small job straight away.
No.
So you need to have enough.
Few weeks at least, eh?
Exactly, at least few weeks. And for some countries, the government can ask something called financial capacity. Financial capacity is what people call show money.
Like your bank account.
Exactly. They want to see that on your bank account or anyone related to you have access to enough money for you to live and pay for your tuition fee for the first year. Why are they asking this? Is because number one, you come here being a genuine student.
Yeah.
So you've
prepared for at least 1 year.
Exactly. Like you don't come here to work, you come here to study. Your primary purpose of coming here is to study.
Yeah.
So they don't want you to think that you can just study and work while financing. And that's what, like a lot of students, like 99% of the students work here and they auto-finance their studies. But the government wants to make sure that you've got enough money. Why? Because could you imagine you come to Australia and suddenly something happens, you cannot work.
Yeah.
They want to make sure you can pay your tuition fees, you can pay your living expenses, you can pay your rents.
Yeah.
So that's why this show money is really important too. It's not because the government needs to try to be a pain. I think they just want to look after the students because if you come, you're struggling to work for the first 6 months. Well, at least they want to make sure you're not going to be in the street.
But how much the bank account, that minimum?
Usually, if they ask for the show money,
for working holiday visa, it's like 5,000.
Yeah, no, it's way more than this. So
way more.
If usually the government they ask for a full year of living expenses, which on the government website, a full year of living expenses is $21,000. Okay, plus the first year of your tuition fee. So if it's $10,000,
so $10,000.
So that's $31,000.
Yeah.
And your return ticket. Return ticket to Indonesia is cheap. So basically 30,000 AUD. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But some people, what they do is, and that's 100% legal, is the family will get a loan from a bank to finance the studies of the kids. As long as obviously you get a loan from your bank and the family is repaying it.
Yeah.
This you're allowed to do this. Okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that want to send the kids, even in France, they take like an educational loan to finance the studies of the kids.
True, because you guys can get from government, right?
Oh, in France, no. We go to banks. So let's say for me, I wanted to go study. My dad got an education loan to finance my studies, and he financed my studies. And once after a bit, I was in Australia. I was making a bit of money working part time, so I was paying back the loan myself. So to make it easy. So this is 100% legal. You can.
But wow. So on top of the fee, like they have to pay this amount, like $31,000, is a proof for this GTE, maybe one of part of the GTE, because also a return flight, that's essential as well?
No, it's not essential. They just want to make sure you've got enough money to return home.
Oh, just the money.
Yeah. So the show money, it could be on your uncle's bank account.
Not the ticket.
No.
Misunderstand.
No.
So you guys don't have to worry about the flying return to your. hometown, because just the amount of the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
They just want to make sure if something happens, you can return home. And even the show money for 30 AUD, and if you can show these 30,000 AUD, and like you got strong chance of getting the visa approved, okay? And a lot of the 30,000 AUD could be on your family's bank accounts. You will never touch them. They just want to make sure you've got access to this in case something happens. So let's say you break your 2 arms. They want to make sure that your family can send you money so you can live.
So let's say I use my mom or my dad bank statement.
Exactly.
Oh, that's very good, guys. Yeah. So, because a lot of issue with, I don't know about the Philippines, but Southeast Asian, maybe Malaysia, Indonesia, we borrow a lot of money from our family, uncles, aunties, like far from like our grandparents, nephew, uncle, whatever.
Yeah.
But we put it in our personal account.
Yeah.
But when you said like, as long we get the access, and then maybe a statement on the letter, it's called
possible. You have a sponsor. You've got someone sponsorizing you to come and study in Australia. So like you've got the money, and obviously you can pay your visa, but at least the government will be happy to see that if anything happened, you got enough money to pay for everything.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can catch up all these, because
it's a lot of information.
Yeah, I know it's pretty overwhelmed, because it's like a tip of the iceberg, right? Everyone's thought about the money, the fee, and that's it. Yeah. It's actually more than that, because all this is not really explicit saying on the website, or
look, they will be asking on the website. If you go into the government website, the student visa section, and I will send you some links so you can put under the video. You will see that under the eligibility, something saying the financial capacity.
So it's actually they can access on the website.
Yeah.
Like the government website.
Yeah. But it's not really straightforward. But like yes, there's a lot of information on that website. But yes.
So because it will help them. Let's say they have this information from us, and then I'm gonna tell them, all right, guys, if you need more, this is the official website. Yeah. This is the statement by the government itself. But if it's really not helping, you just combine information, like from the website and from what we just discussed. Yeah. Hopefully, like you guys can sort it out. And about the English issue, this is like Indonesian people like a lot of like issue about the English. They also like underestimate. I don't know about sometimes my videos using English and no subtitles. Yeah. Because somehow I want to also telling them like in here, your daily life, you don't have any subtitles when you talk in English. Yeah. So. Yeah, hopefully like this all information may be another extra difficulty for them because we're talking English. Yeah. But also like a practice for them to follow this information. Can you process? Because you're having a class, let's say, in cookery. Yeah. The chef telling you this in English, bro. Yeah. And then not with subtitles. Can you follow it up? Like that's also part of your mentality. All right, cool. So that's answering the visa, the fee, the preps, the age, about diploma, and then it's pretty interesting question about the dependent visa. So a lot of families, so let's say the wife or the husband want to study in Australia, and then of course they have family, they have kids. Can they bring their children? Of course. How much total the kids?
So if you don't study. So the main thing which is a bit costly to bring your family here is you need to pay for the education of your kids. Your kids need to be enrolled at school. If your kids are more than 5 years old, they need to go to high school. High school costs like 10-15K a year.
Art school?
High school.
High school?
Yeah.
More than what?
From year one.
Oh, year one.
Year one, yeah.
How old is it? Like 12 or 13?
Yeah, primary school, I think. No, as soon as the kids turn, I think like 6, 7, they need to go to school here. Oh. So that's a bit of a hard one. So that can be expensive. But there's a bit of a... Okay. If you can study in a university, the big university in Western Australia, and that's only in Western Australia and Queensland, something like Curtin, ECU, Notre Dame, Murdoch University, maybe another one. If you study in these universities, you get free accommodation, free education for the kids. The government pays for the education, so that's why a lot of people will come and study English plus a master's degree at ECU, because and that's a bit of a loophole that that's why a lot of people come and study in Western Australia, because you get free accommodation for the kids, for the dependent.
Accommodation and the school.
No, sorry, not accommodation. Just school.
The school. Yeah. And then two kids or one?
2, 3, 4 kids, yeah.
That's amazing, guys. That's really amazing. So, that's a really helpful because a lot of families, their husbands sometimes wanna getting more upskill, better opportunity. Let's say they have friends in here like come to Australia using student visa, but they don't know how, and then they don't know the procedure, the steps, and then we're telling you guys can come, choose ECU or what else?
There's all the big one: Curtin, Murdoch University, Notre Dame,
except UWA, right?
UWA too.
UWA is one of the most prestigious in WA, and you guys can get sponsored for you guys' children to get school because that's one of the most requirement if you want to come here. But it's only in WA. The system is only, we don't know about in Queensland.
No, in Queensland Victoria. I think so, but in the other one, no. So it's something to attract more international students to Western Australia. Another thing about if you study a master degree in higher education, like in a master degree into a university, your partner on the visa can have full working rights in Australia, and that's amazing.
But master level, at least. That's very. Also, diploma is not.
No, but like a master degree is expensive. It's 2 years, $30,000 a year. But if you're getting free accommodation for your kids. Okay. If your partner can work full time in the mines, then the master degree becomes cheap. You understand?
Because you can calculate it, right?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, it's easy math. Like if you can, one of the partners study and work part time, the other one works in the mines. Your kids get free education, schooling. Then for me it makes sense to invest money into a master degree.
True.
As long as you're a genuine student, obviously, I'm not saying this as a loophole for people to just come and work because that's what the government doesn't want. But if you want to come to study and you wanted to do an MBA in hospitality management at ECU, and it's expensive, well, if you do the math, it will be actually cheap if you got a family and if you come here with your partner and some kids.
So it's possible with those terms and conditions. Cool. And this is the most interesting. We spend a lot of time, money, let's say all these students. And then only for coming back to our country. Of course, it has to be genuine. There's a very underlined bold that you need to highlight it. You have to be genuine studying. But we never know in the future, right? Oh, this country is beautiful that I want to stay here more. Let's say like that. And then there's called the best ever visa permanent resident. That's where all these temptation, right?
I think like a lot of people that come here to study and then they just get a taste of Australia, they end up wanting to stay longer. So I'm not a migration agent, I'm purely an education agent. I came here on a student visa to study and I ended up getting my permanent residency. I studied a diploma in hospitality management and I got my PR as a cafe manager. So a lot of people did like me. I've got a lot of students now that are getting their permanent residency because of what they study in Australia. Your first intention to come to Australia is purely to come and study temporarily and to potentially return to your home country, but it doesn't stop you once you are here to apply for the visa. And as I say, this is not migration advice, so just go on the government website, go and talk with migration agents, contact us if you want to get a meeting with our migration agents. There is a list which a lot of people will study. So let's say cookery now. We've got a lot of students that want to do cookery. They just saw migration agents because cookery and chef is on the long-term list to get the permanent residency.
And one of the most top job demanded.
One of the few. I mean, there are a lot of like nurse. Nurse is
aged care.
Exactly. So what they do, and we've got a guy now that just finished his studies of 2 years. After his 2 years of studies, now he's applying for his 485 visa.
485,
which is a postgraduate visa of 2 years. And the postgraduate visa come 2 or 3 years. And basically it's a visa to work and live in Australia for you to get experience as a chef. And what he needs to do, and we had the meeting with the migration agent last week, is he needs to work for 1 year as a chef. At the end of his first year of working as the chef, he can get a skill assessment and then apply for the permanent residency. But it's not because you apply for the permanent residency that you get the PR directly. The permanent residency, the visa 190, 189, 491, the point-based system. So it's depending on your age, your English level, your level of experience, and you put your application, you need something like 65 points.
190?
189, 491.
Exactly what one of the questions. So after the 1 year of this 485 visa, that skill assessment can lead us to applying by ourselves.
Usually a migration agent or by yourself.
For that 189, 190, 490. Okay, keep going.
but when you apply, you never know when you're gonna get invited.
Yeah.
So to give you an example, a minimum points to apply for this visa is 65 points. Let's say if you apply with 65 points, and some people have 80 points, 90 points, 100 points, I think 110 points. And Australia needs a lot of chefs, but not everyone in the pool applying.
Still the quality, right? That's what
they might take all the people with 75 points and above. So you with 65 points might wait for a bit longer.
Yeah.
So this, I'm not an expert in this, and like the best thing will be for you guys to get a meeting with the migration agents, and we do video and phone meeting on WhatsApp with our migration agents. If you guys need to know a bit more about this. But yes, like a lot of people will come and study, and they fall in love with the countries, and they're lucky then what they study lead to an occupation that is in demand in Australia, and that will give you the opportunity to apply for the PR. But don't be fooled. A lot of education agency, a lot of migration agency will tell you, oh, study this and you get the PR. It's not because you study something you get the PR. And you know, it's there's a lot of things that can change. The government can change their regulations. So you know, when it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And so like, just make sure that you study something because you genuinely want to study, upskill yourself, and then you know that potentially you can apply for the PR, but don't study it because you know you're gonna get the PR, because you never know if you're gonna get the PR. The government can take out chef from the list at any time because we've got too many chefs in Australia. It hasn't happened in many years, but anything can happen. So that's why it's important to firstly, before anything, when you study something, is because you genuinely want to study.
It's a bit hard, but it sounds like still manageable. I mean, like, it sounds like really rocket science, but well, it's almost like end of our question. So, what I want to know about for you to encourage them, because let's say it's possible, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Time.
Like, this is a dreamland of opportunity. Like you saw, and then you've witnessed myself. Like I saw, and then in the mines and blah blah blah. The opportunity for us Indonesian people, specifically in this context. So what message that can you tell to whoever that watched this video that will encourage them?
Look, if you're motivated, if you always dream to come to Australia, just go straight to the point and start the process, because it's possible. Indonesia is not far from Australia. I think Australians have strong relationship with Indonesians. Like we said, it's up and down, but like we get along really well. So your integration in Australia should be really easy. And the longer you wait, the harder it will be. Okay, we will give you a free consultation. So it costs you nothing to contact us, get a meeting to understand your profile, to see if it's feasible, to understand the paperwork you need to go ahead. And this costs you nothing. And from there, you can take your decision if it's too hard, if you want to do it in 2 years because you need to save some money, or if you don't want to do it, okay?
So it's a free consultation,
Yeah.
zero. And then you can video online, text messages, email, and then you guys on all platform, right?
All platform, they contact us, it's really organized. So, you know, if you're gonna ask us a question and we will be taking some of our time to look at your profile, please reply to us, don't just stop replying. Just ask us a question. We'll set a time in a day that you're free and then we are free, and we can properly sit down. We'll ask you a list of questions.
True. And then you told me also you guys have branches in Philippines. I know this is for Indonesian people, but whoever that maybe watch international viewers, and then you guys live in Philippines, you guys have also branches in there, like an office as well, or just?
No, we got staff working from there, so it's more the admin fees, and we got the admin team, and we have one guy here from the Philippines called Josh. He's in charge of the Filipino markets. But look, all this is wherever you are in the world, just contact us. 80% of our clients contact us from, we've been recruiting from like 28 countries in the world. So like everything is done through our laptop, through a video call. It's nice and easy. Once you've chosen your course, we send you a quote, we send you an invoice, we pay all the fees, we'll go ahead. Everything is straightforward.
Perfect. It sounds like really convincing for me. It's all about quality here. And you can also tell by yourself, like how we discuss it. Genuine, that's the key. Genuine. Transparency. Don't make it up, because it will come back again to you if you're gonna make it or not. So thank you very much, Jules, for giving your time and giving your passion about this student visa, and then helping all these Indonesian people or whoever watched this video and then maybe encouraging people to come to Perth as well.
I would love to, I would love to see any of your subscribers.
Finger crossed that maybe in the future this video will go viral, and then maybe the government gonna give, oh, thank you so much, Jules, and look for promoting Perth. Like, we'll never know. And yeah, that's all, folks. Thank you for watching this episode for this collaboration with True Blue Studies visa agent, and we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the day with sipping coffee, and stay safe, everyone. See you on the next video.
See ya.
Bye bye.